welcome to Chrissy-O's Clucky Chronicles. We're glad you're here. Thanks for liking and subscribing. And as you can see, we're doing all kinds of crazy stuff here. Some days we don't even know what the cluck we're doing. It is what it is. They're happy. They're screaming. They're healthy. They're fed pretty well. And today it's just going to be a mixed bag of goodies. I'm just going to take you a little waddly walk around on the chicken yard and we're going to go in the barns. We're going to look at the quails, the new babies, Dell, the ducks, everything that's going on. And they're screaming back here, so somebody's trying to lay some eggs. It is what it is today, so enjoy the, I don't know, what do we call this? It's the sometimes, anytime, whatever. This is daily life here on the chicken yard. So thanks for tuning in. Now let's get to it. Hey! Now today is a cooler day. We've had a lot of heat and a lot of hot stuff happening. So on cool days we like to work out here on the chicken yard and see what we can do. Now the ducks, we're filling up water and we're getting ready to change out the water in the duck pool out there. They've just got some new water and stuff in their smaller feeder, which they still like, and they have a large watering bucket that's back there too. Hey Vader! But today we're going to take advantage of the cooler late summer weather, which is nice to have this little cool front come in. And we're going to start by fixing some more perch posts up here. You can see the wood that's been laid up here. So we're going to clean all that wood back there in the back, and we're going to start changing all that stuff around. Oh, and side note here, feeder's there now. Remember I told you in that last video we were going to have all this water and feed and all this stuff moved around? So now they just have an area over there that's open that they can lay down in the cool dirt. And the girls are in their little sand pools. And we moved their feeder right here, which we'll probably put it back underneath everything once we get the perch posts and the things worked out and done. The water bucket is over here. So far, no mishaps. Nobody has knocked over the cups, and the gallons haven't spilled out, so that's been pretty good. And sounds like somebody's screaming again. Congratulations, girl, you did it. Good job, Nanaroo. Let's go see. Did you lay an egg, or are you just talking about it? No, she's just egg sawing. Okay, well, good deal. Now, if you pay attention enough, you'll notice they're doing some weird things. It really doesn't matter where you put these nesting boxes at. These girls will move things and they will make things their own. Nanny has decided she doesn't like where this nesting box is, so she's going to change it around a little bit. And she gets aggravated because we look up in here and we've already got a girl that's in there and she's trying to have her some eggies. Now I'm going to bring in some bedding in a little bit because they throw bedding all over the floor and they're interested to see, what is Mama doing in here? What's happening? And we've collected a few eggs this morning, not very many, but we're going to collect some more. And Nanny, I don't know what you're trying to do, honey. You're just acting really strange. And Nanaroo's growling because he's just fussing at the girls. he keeps the girls in line up here in the barn. Now, he doesn't allow very many boys to come in here during the day. This is just a Nanaroo thing. He's the boss out here on the chicken yard. So he's having conversations with the girls, and he's telling them, hey, hurry up, drop that egg, do what you need to do. I've got another girl waiting in line. Now, there's plenty of nesting boxes in here. They don't care. They have favorite ones that they like, and this is just how they do. Ain't that right, Nanny? I have no idea what your problem is today, honey. But anyway, here we are. And this is what we're doing. So let's go take a little peek and see how things are going out here in some of these other barns and other yards. Well, let's get some bedding put in some of these boxes down here. Put a couple of handfuls in. That's what I like to do. They generally will come around and shift things around and mostly kick a lot of it out. Now, I've tried the nesting pads and stuff before, and they drag them out. I don't know. It's 2 1/2 one dozen the other with how these babies like to do in here. But I do like to give them some bedding and something soft. I do try to clean these floors as much as possible. And they like some soft places that they can lay on. And hopefully with the new perch things under the shelter, they'll be pretty happy. Sorry, the fan's right here. It may sound a little weird. But we do our best. So we're scraping. I mean, anytime you have birds in particular, you have got to scrape some things, and it's just what goes in comes out. And ducks are the worst for, you know, being big old poo-poo babies, but chickens are too. Now, I will say that ducks and chickens and even quail compost works wonderful in my greenhouse and my gardens in different areas. So we're just getting the boards cleaned off, and these are the new boards, so we're gonna give them extra longer wider set roosts. I typically don't do the round poles. That's up to you. You can do whatever you want to do, but I don't do the round poles because I have had chickens to fall off, especially chickens like Nanaroo cannot roost, and he can't get up here anyway. But some of the other ones who has his genetic trait of a weird toe or two where they can't grip very well, you know, I've had injuries. I don't want them to fall. So the ones that can get up here, they do, and they like it, and they get up there and they rest and they stand, and we'll sprinkle some mealworms out there for them, and so far so good. These are not going here like this, by the way, but we'll show you a little later on what they will look like. As you can hear, they're pretty ticked off because we have put new bedding in there, and they just go in and kick things out, and they argue with me for a long time, and they're like, she covered up my cozy little butt spot. Maybe one of these days I'll do a video on the sounds that chickens make. You guys probably would like that pretty much, I think. But they're all testing out the bedding, and they're arguing about it. But I cleaned all their boxes. They're all pretty nice. I do have an egg eater, so I've got to figure that out. I don't know if it's one of these girls or one of these boys. And Ludi Bell is in some need of a bath and looks like some treatment. She's got a little bit of a sticky pooey butt, so I want to get her out here, get her out off the chicken yard as quick as I can, and we will get her cleaned up and see what's going on with her and give her some medication if she needs it. Hey, can y'all stop fussing for 2 seconds? I just gave y'all some nice pretty bedding in there. There's nothing wrong. It's clean bedding. I got rid of all your stinky stuff. How about that? Yeah, they don't care. Well, let's move on to the quail barn and see what we have over there. Then we're going to take a little look over there at the ducks and see what we got going on over there. I don't have to take my little walking pokey stick over with the ducks or the quail because I don't have any giant roosters with spurs that think I'm enemy number 1. But you never know. You never know. Now I do have a couple of boy quails. I think Jeffrey number 15. Jeffrey number 15, he bites pretty hard, but it is what it is. So on cooler days like this, I'm having to watch where I walk. We, because of the sticks and the holes out here in the woods, we drain the pools, you know, for the ducks. We're putting more straw out to absorb a lot of their wetness because they really make a ginormous mess of things. But I'm going to turn the camera around here so you can see. We're putting straw out on their big duck yard, and they're out there. You know, nobody's happy when we put stuff out. Nobody is. But we have to do it because everybody gets either too soggy and too damp, and we don't want problems with little flippers, feetsies. We don't need bumblefoot, and absorbing extra moisture kind of helps, you know, along the way in terms of bugs and different things. So we make sure, like right now he's cleaning out the pool. It's drained and they're pretty angry about that right now. But we'll fill their pool back up, we'll get them rolling, and they'll enjoy the rest of their afternoon while we work on the perch post project in there. And we're also gonna work on the fencing today because it's a nice cool day. So it's kind of a like whatever day. You ever have those days where you have so much on your list? Like, you know you're not gonna get all those projects done, but you gotta try. So that's where we are. No matter how neat and clean I try to keep this floor and try to keep their food, they literally strow it from one end to the other. But it is what it is. As you can see back there, maybe you can't. Let me turn around this way. Looky there. Who's that? Linda! Linda. So Linda has had her round of medication. She's been in quarantine now for 15 days. She's getting her strength back. She's doing a lot better. She doesn't seem to be bothered by the quail at all. She has tried to pinch a couple of them, but she doesn't really seem to be bothered too much by them. She's had some scratch grains and some feed, and no longer requires any medication. It's going to take her a while to recover, so I think what I might end up doing is just letting her roam around and be out here with the little ones. Now I've got Ashley, Brittany, Courtney, and Delaney, my Lavender Orpingtons, out here, and she doesn't seem to care. Linda's like, okay, whatever, I'm just out here grazing, I'm just snacking, doing my thing. And she doesn't really care at all. Now the funny thing about it is one of the Jeffreys out here, Jeffrey number 10 I think, thought she was pretty hot apparently, because he's tried to jiggle her and she wasn't taking a liking to him, nor did she care to want to be jiggled. So beyond that, she's doing pretty good. She's healing pretty well. She's still got a little bit of a, you know, messy feathers back there in the back, but she's so fluffy. Sometimes that just happens with chickens. And just want to let her hang out. So I appreciate y'all. Don't y'all just love my ducks? So we've been talking about chickens today, but we've been doing a lot of stuff in the duck yard today too. This is Sherry D. She's an Indian runner. She is beautiful and I love her. Yes, you're the sweetest girl ever. We've been putting some straw out here on their yard because it gets so super muddy and stinky out here. And we clean the yard, but these water babies, they like to make a mess. Yes, they do. You like to make a mess. But anyway, if you want to get you some ducks, all I have is girls. I've got 2 Indian runners. I've got Sherry D and Monique. I'll show you in a little bit. And then I have a Rowan, which is Molly Mae. You want to get down? You want to get down? Okay, give me just a minute. Let me finish telling everybody how awesome you are. I have a Rowan named Molly Mae. And I have the white crested duck, which everybody seems to be interested in. That's Jane Lily. And if you want to get you some great ducks, some solid, healthy, wonderful ducks, go to Metzer Farms and get them. That's where I got you at. Oh, you're so sweet. I just love you. Let's go show off your sisters, okay? Here you go. Now, this is my white crested duck. This is Jane Lily. Yes, these are real feathers. And she probably has one of the largest crests I think I've ever seen. It feels like just soft cotton. And she's muddy because if you haven't figured it out yet, ducks play in the mud. They eat grubs, they dig, they do all kinds of stuff. Otherwise, she would be very clean and beautiful and lovely and pretty. But she's still pretty being muddy too, aren't you, Jane Lily? But she is the most fabulous, sweetest girl I've ever had. And I love you, Jane Lily, and everybody else loves you too. Oh, Jane Lily said, do us a favor, make sure that you're subscribed and watching. You never know what they're going to do out here on the duck yard. It's probably gross, but anyway. Alright, so this is Molly Mae. She is my Rowan duck. She's beautiful. She is the boss baby out here, and I absolutely love her to pieces. Now, she's a hefty girl, and in a couple more months, they will start laying eggs. But she is, I don't know how to explain it. She's just so super friendly. She is so sweet. And she tells these other girls back here what to do and when to do it and how to do it. And I like her for that. You're a boss. And I like it. You're a big old boss girl. But anyway, I love her and she's so sweet. So y'all let me know in the comments below if you would love to have a duck. Do you want to know more about ducks? Do you want to know more about my ducks that I have here? Just let me know. We'll do a video on it. Well, this is what happens back here when you go to open the door and do anything on this grass pad. We've got our hay that's here, and we've got to get our stuff out here to where we can run them back into the big chicken yard, and we're going to start digging and turning up some of this dirt. We're going to reseed it with their grass seed. But for right now, what little sprigs of grass that's left over that's in there, I'm going to let them just clear it off, feast a little bit and eat it up, and hopefully they won't tear up my bag before I can get back with the seed and back with my tools that I need to go in there. Anyway, you guys have been fabulous. Thank you for being so clucking awesome. You're wonderful flock stars, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. And I see that you guys have been reading the blogs. Thank you for that too. Go check us out on the website at ChrissyOShow.com. We have old Southern family recipes from my granny's cookbook. Both of my grannies were wonderful Southern cooks. And I guess that's where I got it from. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking everything. I appreciate each one of y'all. We've got the podcast that's going to be coming up at the end of September, so I can't wait for that. And if you got any questions or anything, just leave it in the comments below. If you want to see a vlog on a particular breed or a particular animal that we have out here, just let me know. We'll do that for you too. So, bye.